Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages. Put the women and children to bed, and me and Jim are here because we're looking for fucking dinner, and it's been a minute, but we are back with another edition. Cigars and Sports, baby, coming at ya. What up, Jim?
You got that right. You got that right, E-Man. We're back tonight. What we're going to do tonight, as Vince McMahon is here, we're going to offend people. We're going to piss people off. And then some of he's gonna puke. He's gonna puke.
That's your name, puke, dude. I remember that's an old school documentary. By the way, for all you alphas or Gen Zs or whatever the hell you call yourselves are not part of the greatest generation in the world, which is Generation X right here. You know what I'm saying? Suck it. You have no idea what the hell we're talking about.
No, you have not a clue of. Oh God, I was watching. The best videos on TikTok are like those like nostalgia ones where it's like this meant get your ass home, and then like things you'll never see again, and you scroll through them, and it's like, bro, remember see-through telephones, landlines?
Yes. Remember the with the cables and the colorful. I had one in my room, bro. I was that gay, you know.
No, did he?
All right, that's right.
But it just brings me back, even like when it's like businesses that are no longer around. So I'll show people. I'm like, what's Circuit City? I'm like, it's what Best Buy is now,
bro. Circuit City, PC Richards and Son. Back in, is it still open in New York?
There is a PC Richards by me, about 5 minutes away.
Really? But it was Circuit City.
I don't the business unless PC sucking someone off,
bro. Radio Shack. Motherfuckers know about Radio Shack. I don't think that's open anymore either.
Oh God, Radio Shack sold the most bougie car audio shit on God's green. You wanted like a Panasonic freaking CD player, you got a Panasonic from freaking Radio Shack and you couldn't afford it.
Hey, growing up in East New York, man, I didn't go to those places to get a radio or a freaking stereo, dude. We had a guy named Pito in the corner. Hook him up with $40, dude. That man did wonders with a pair of pliers and a screwdriver. You know what I'm saying?
He's got radio players at low prices.
This dude would show up, man, and he has some banging stuff. It was a little, you have to kind of retrofit it in your car though, because it wasn't, you had to like get some other cables and stuff like that. But it was good shit, man. It was good shit, bro.
Hey, $40, you get a $200 headset.
$40, I had some shit with a remote control, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's hard out there every now and again.
Hey, absolutely, my man. Jim, a lot of shit has happened since the last time you got together, man. The Yankees lost the World Series.
Yeah.
We had last night the Mike Tyson fight. Hey, we have a new president. I mean, shit, dude. A lot of shit has happened in just 4 weeks, 3 weeks is the last time you and I got together. It's like 3 weeks ago the last time we got together. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So, man, the world has gone round and round, man. And I know we're doing this tonight, and you're off next week, right? So we might be do some more, another extra in there to make up. And I don't know, maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll do a Thanksgiving special like we did last year on Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? They're like, depends on remember that? We got things coming. We're gonna make it up, folks. I know you've been craving for the realest and most unfiltered podcast, all right, or live in this game.
Whatever you want to fucking call it. Whatever you want to call it.
There we go.
These two are real. They're as real as it could get. They're as real as the pile driver being banned in WWE.
Or CTE. What the fuck?
I don't believe in CTE.
Yes. By the way, I mean, look, I watched the documentary before we move on to our topic.
I still haven't. Me and Garrett discussed it like 2 weeks ago, and he's like, I'm shocked you didn't watch it yet. Me don't know if I really want to watch it.
It's good.
And then have this different opinion on certain things that I've already been opinionated on.
It'll make it change it a little bit.
Which kind of makes me sound like a stubborn old bastard, but that's what I am. But
welcome to the club, dude.
But like, there are people that have messaged me like, what did you think of Steve Austin saying he doesn't believe in CTE? I said, well, Antonio Brown embraced it, so Stone Cold might as well as embrace it as well. I don't care whether he believes in it or not. There are people that still believe that Cleveland's a good football team. There's people that think this new Rock Christmas movie is going to be amazing. Red One could suck one.
Yeah, okay? I mean, unfortunately, I got to go watch it. My kids are all over that shit, man.
Watch it. They spent a budget of 250 million, and it's only projected to do 30 to 50
Dude,
million. I fucking feel like Ari Gold right now in
that,
Entourage. I'm
that,
like, we're
that
like,
might be that might beat Waterworld. Remember Waterworld? They spent like over $200 million on it, and I think it only grossed like 25. I'm ashamed to say that I saw it. So
what a piece of shit that was. Waterworld. Waterworld. Imagine doing Waterworld today. Who'd be offended by that?
Every finger environmentalist. You know what I'm saying?
Look at how much water they wasted for this movie.
Cannot believe. Look at the animals. They're suffering. What animals, brother? CG. You fuck.
I want a refund.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I want my $18 back and a free bucket of popcorn for life. You made me watch Kevin Costner in CGI get soaked with too much water. He didn't need that much water.
And please, hemorrhoid cream to go with it, because my hemorrhoids are fucking killing me from sitting in this movie.
They're flaring up over here.
Oh, the flare-ups are just nasty. Please stop. Give it to me. Come on now. I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to keep up with you, bro. When
it comes to the voices, some people can't. You know what I mean?
You're good. I can do ethnic shit. I can just cannot do like the old Jewish guy. It's hard, bro.
Yeah, well, once in a while, there was a time where I was at a ball game and they just gave me a beating, and then I took a shower and the shadow monster in the shower just choked me like, ah!
Nice, man. Oh, shout out to my boy B. McCormick in Rumble. He's over here. He's watching the Vols game, man. I got my fucking orange on right now. Go Vols. Imagine how much water they're wasting for that movie. Shout out to B. McCormick. Hey, B. McCormick, we're talking about your Steelers today. All right. Glad that you joined up. We got a couple of topics here and there, but we're definitely going to talk through. Jim, why don't we just get it over with, man? You want to start with that, man? You want to start with this insane matchup? All right. First and foremost, that we got going on this week.
You want to talk about the most heavily bet game, the most expensive bet game so far this weekend, even bigger than Kermit the Frog Mahomes versus Josh Winston things Allen? Let's do it.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get this going, because honestly, I think this is the biggest game of the week, like you mentioned. Honestly, it's one of the I don't think I've seen, especially like a rivalry like the Ravens are, right? You have like such a contrast. We have the Ravens are the most offensive, juggernaut, I guess, if you want to mention it out there. First in yards per game, they're scoring a ton of points. You guys are hot right now under Mr. Unlimited. What's your boy again? Mr. Unlimited?
Mr. Unlimited potential out there. Unlimited abilities. Unlimited football IQ, unlike Aaron Rodgers and the limited Jets.
Yeah, six touchdowns, 1 pick since he came on board. 3 wins so far. Your offense is looking great. Pickens is happy as balls. You know what I'm saying?
He's got more touchdowns in 3 games Kenny Pickett had in his whole career in Pittsburgh.
Unreal.
And that's the argument within the fan base on Twitter, is all the Kenny supporters out there. Oh, he'd be doing this with this offense. You had pretty much the same players, add in a few rookies from this past draft class, change the offensive coordinator, and it's pretty much the same fucking team. And you couldn't do it with those players the year prior. You really thought you were doing it this year? No, you're not. No.
Absolutely. So far, since you're the Pittsburgh guy, man, give me your best, and I guess, on the middle, I know you're a diehard Steelers fan, but let's take it from a professional take here, man. What are the chances for the Steelers to win? Because there is some flaws from the Ravens, all right? There is some flaws from the Steelers as well, but we've seen the Ravens being exposed, you know what I'm saying? I think the Steelers may be able to do that, but what are the chances here that this is a Steelers win or not?
It's a good chance. I mean, as a realistic fan, I know it's not going to be the prettiest game. It's not going to be it's not going to be a blowout. But it is going to be tough. The main key is to not get any more injuries. That's one, because last week we got hammered in injuries. Highsmith being out now for 3 or 4 weeks. Patrick Queen looked like he got hurt during that game, but he continued to play. But you got to stop Derrick Henry.
Absolutely.
Henry, and the key on top of stopping Derrick Henry is you have to make Lamar stay in the pocket. Yes, Ravens Steelers is the best rivalry in the NFL over the past almost 2 decades now.
Yeah,
you'd have to say. I mean, I'm not. I don't take anything away from the Ravens at all because they are a well built team. But again, if you could keep Lamar in the pocket and not mobile and make him make mistakes and then take advantage on offense and not do fake punts from your own 5-yard line like you did last week, then we got a good chance to win. It's not going to be a blowout, but every Steeler fan sitting there saying, well, we've owned them the past 8-9 games, and Lamar doesn't play his best against the Steelers. You have to realize something. Every year, the Ravens' offense changes. There's pieces that leave and pieces that come in. This year, the biggest piece that came in is the biggest piece that Lamar's benefiting from.
absolutely, man, absolutely.
And that's Derrick Henry. I mean, let's not act like, we don't realize that because we do. But Derrick Henry can be stopped. Lamar Jackson can be stopped. Yeah, and the Ravens secondary has been exposed a lot this year. A lot. Which is surprising.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point there by Ravery Sports. What up, Ravery Sports? How you doing, my man? Our boy Charles from Ravery Sports. Shout out to him. Big Ravens fan right here. But it is the best rivalry. It's one of the best rivalries in sports. And you're right. The secondary has been terrible. Here's the thing. To me, Lamar Jackson is having a true MVP season, right? Probably the best season of his career. And we spoke about this with Charles, by the way. Remember when we did our preview for the AFC East or AFC North? I'm sorry. And we said it. One of the things I said, Derrick Henry has to be a piece that's going to make Lamar so much better because he's going to take a lot. Lamar's still running the football, but I guess he's not taking as many risks as having Henry there. And Henry is still a complete animal. He is beyond a beast, right? This guy at 30 years old is still the best running back in the effing league. You know what I'm saying, dude? What the guy still does, banging, getting in there, man. He scored a touchdown in every game, dude. This guy has like 11 touchdowns, I think, in 10 games or something like that. It's some crazy ass stat, right? And that's what it is. If you stop Henry, then you got to force Lamar to do a lot more things. You got to force Lamar to do what he was doing when he didn't have Henry, right? So. Yeah. And the team is clicking offensively. Bateman is getting involved, right? Zay Flowers is Zay Flowers. Even, Mark Andrews is finally getting involved and getting some guys. So offensively, these guys are clicking. What does the defense need to, like you said, I know you said they got to maintain Henry, but what does the defense need to do, man, from a standpoint of, like, I guess either, covering the secondary or maybe getting to Lamar, making him, release the ball quicker? Well, how can you hold Lamar? I mean, it's difficult. It's going to be one of the challenges that I think is not the Steelers, but everybody out there is going to have.
Well, when they face Lamar. Well, that's the key. You got to get to Lamar about a step or two faster than you normally would with any other QB in this league because of his skill just to take off out of the pocket. Okay. The only problem is we all know throughout the NFL, they don't know what holding is, apparently. It's not just a Steeler thing with TJ Watt. It is a league problem, so let's get that out of the way before everybody starts going, he's going to complain about referees with the Steelers. No, it's a league problem because they don't know what a catch is. They don't know what pass interference is. They don't know shit. By the way, Joey Porter Jr. cannot commit 60 yards worth of penalties in this game.
No, absolutely not.
We got lucky last week. You may not get lucky this week doing that. That's something that's got to be coached to Joey Porter Jr. I don't know how you coach it out of him, but you can't be sitting there and committing these dumb penalties.
I know he's still young, but it's still no excuse though, man. Second year in the league?
Yeah. So he's locking down every receiver.
He is.
But look at when he's locking them down. The penalty yards are more than what he locked the receiver down at.
Which it kind of like washes out from where you're allowed.
So it's almost like, okay, that's great. You held Devontae Adams like 2 catches and 25 yards, but you had 5 penalties at 50 to 60 yards. So what did you really kind of do? You stopped one aspect of the game, but you fucked us on another. So, I mean, it's got to be limited to a point I understand it's going to happen, but they don't have to call everything pass interference. Like, if the guy ain't catching the ball, pick the flag up. Pick it up. Like, it's insane, but, I mean, as far as the Steelers secondary, they got to lock everybody down. I mean, maybe they got to do like a zone defense and not just man on man. Minka's got to be a heavy presence in the secondary as well this week. I mean, people complaining that Minka isn't doing the flashy things, and Minka came out and said, "I can't make them throw interceptions to me." He's like, "What do you want me to do?" He's like, "I'm doing everything else asked of me. You guys want to see me do these Troy Polamalu things? I ain't Troy Polamalu. No, he ain't."
Different player, man. Different player. Nobody's Troy Polamalu. Put it that way. B McCormick and Rumble has a nice suggestion here for our betting wise, right? Pittsburgh, take the points and the under. And then if you want to parlay it with receivers in the secondary, all right, for yards and a possible TD. It's kind of like a nice combination if you want to do that. You know what I mean? So,
there's people that are already doing that. I mean, on either side, whether you're a Steeler fan or a Raven fan, or you're just a degenerate gambler who gambles everything. Yep. I mean, you can't go wrong either way. But I would put this in there: Mike Williams anytime TD.
Wow, that was huge, bro. That was huge, man. Last game, that was crazy. That's the best fucking game that Mike Williams had this season so far.
So I had to go to the bathroom at the time. So my ex-wife and her boyfriend in the living room watching it. So they're watching it on Paramount Plus, and I have the NFL Plus app. Okay. So I'm in the bathroom, and we're on filter. I was taking a shit.
Yeah, shit, man. Come on, man.
It goes up as I'm dropping a bomb. Wilson throws a bomb right to Mike Wilson. I'm like, fuck yeah. All I hear in the living room is, well, guess the Steelers won because we know what comes next. I didn't realize that it's a play ahead. So, like, I'm ahead and they're behind a snap. So they already knew what was going to happen. She's like, thanks for blowing the game. I'm like, whatever. Fuck off. I get excited.
Oh, man. So you're definitely picking the Steelers, right? No doubt about it. Like, to win, of course. You're not going to pick the Ravens. Let's see if I think if I ask the same question to Charles from Bravery Sports, he'll be like, yeah, I'm picking the Ravens as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah. I'll give you my take. Let me be the outsider here. But absolutely, I love what the Ravens are doing. I guess the difference here would be defense, right? If the offensive line. But honestly, man, the Steelers are looking better. Najee Harris right now is running. He's no Derrick Henry, but when he's running the way he's running the football, it's like his rookie season. Jaylen Warren in the mix. Russell finally is targeting the best receiver in that team, which should have been done all along. I don't care which quarterback it was. But a lot of it has to do with Russ having a different perspective and a different skill set than what Fields and all the other cab drivers.
I think the other issue is when Fields was there, Arthur Smith was afraid.
Yeah, I think it goes both ways. I think
we've alluded to that countless times, whether it's here or I've done my own show or it's me and Garrett. I've alluded to it, and I stand by it. If Arthur Smith had opened it up the way he did for Russell, and I understand Fields has been in the league for 4 or 5 years.
Nah, he's not considered he's considered a veteran. This is 5th year.
All right.
He should be able to make throws that he was missing. You know what I mean?
And Russell's been in the league for over a decade. Yep. So I understand you're going to trust Russell more to make the throws that you should be trusting Justin Fields to make. I get that, but here's now what you're doing. You're hindering the progression of Justin Fields now, because even though there's Steeler fans that don't agree with switching from Fields to Wilson after a win, but by God, Mike Tomlin looks like a genius by betting on himself by switching quarterbacks at the oddest time to do it, and it has panned out so far. And then people tell you, oh, well, who have you played? Okay, again, the Steelers don't write the NFL schedule.
Like, dude, you got to win games. I don't care who you're playing. You got to win games.
So what the Steelers, in essence, are doing is you put this team against them. They beat them. Yeah, we dropped one to the Colts. Yeah, we dropped one to whoever the other team was. I forget. But we've won the other 6, 7 we've played. And this game actually has significant importance as far as seeding,
Yeah.
playoff implications, common opponent tiebreakers. Like, there's a lot that goes into this game, more than just the betting aspect and more than just the rivalry.
No, this is huge. This is when I put down and I tweeted out what's at stake. The stake could be the division. You know what I mean? So, Ravery that's a good point. A little surprised the Ravens are favored in the game. I think they always put favorite the team that can score the most points.
Yeah,
that's usually the way it is. Welcome to the NFL. That's the way it is. Let me see here. Let me go back to the comments because I got to flip to my screen here. McCormick says either team slips into a man defense, it's easy yards. Pick'ems with yards. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's true. If they do that, I think Pick'em can have a field day.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Jim, he just locked a money line under and a Mike Thomas anytime TD, baby. So McCormick is he's a gambler, bro. He's a sharp. He's pretty good. Locked in the Pittsburgh money line, which is plus money. The under 48.5, which that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And a Mike Thomas anytime TD, bro. Oof, my God. That's hey, McCormick, what are the odds on that? That has to be plus like 700 or 800. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. Especially with Mike Williams.
Yep.
You got to be almost close to plus 1,000.
Yeah, it could be close. We'll see what
even from a fantasy standpoint, because I did go and pick him up because I don't have Mike Evans and I needed another wide receiver.
I picked him up too.
And Keenan Allen could suck my balls because fuck. I went and got Mike Williams and I'm starting him. So yeah, he needs a touchdown and he needs some yards. And I think this week you'll see him more involved. I loved his answer after the catch and after the win. He goes, I didn't even know. He goes, I didn't even know the ball was coming to me until I looked up.
You ready for the odds? You ready for the odds of that parlay that he just picked? Remember, Pittsburgh money line, the under, and anytime touchdown for Williams, plus 2,400.
Ooh, if that hits. Ooh, I might have to come out of retirement. I might have to come out of retirement.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, you've been taking it easy this year. But yeah, man. So let me give you my take from an outside, right? I get it. The Ravens are the team that got put up the points, right? No doubt about it. But I think the way that the Steelers are playing, where they're kind of playing balanced football, it's going to be the same thing. I don't think they're going to ask Russ, unless you fall behind, to kind of take the load and throw a bunch of touchdowns. You notice his yards per game is not a lot. But he just, when you're in the red zone, you guys are scoring, whether you're running the football or Russ is hitting something. You know what I mean? And here's the reason. He can make certain throws in the end zone and give 50-50 balls to Pickens. And unfortunately, Fields hasn't been able to figure out yet in his career. That's whether you open it or not for him. I think that's been the biggest factor. When you're in the red zone, you're scoring with Russell Wilson. With Fields, you're not scoring nowhere near us near. That's probably, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but that's kind of like probably what it is. And that's why he's, again, give Tomlin credit because, dude, it takes balls to take a 4-2 quarterback who you guys have been playing pretty decent with, and the guy that hasn't played all season long, and starting him. So,
and the best is everybody who's on the fire Mike Tomlin. He never has him ready, never has him prepared, never this, never that. Where are you guys at now? Because you're all on Twitter and you're all on his dick, balls, tape. You're taking the whole thing in your mouth. And you're sitting there and you're gobbling up some I love Mike Tomlin now. But last year, it was different. The year before that, it was this. And the year before that, it was this. But you know what? For me, for this to be a successful season, the Steelers have to, A, win the AFC North, not be the wild card team, and they got to get out of the divisional round in the playoffs. They have to make it to the AFC Championship game somehow, some way. For it really to be successful, let's go crazy. They got to win the whole thing. And with Wilson, they got the higher chance of doing it.
That's the reason they got Mike Williams. I think it gives them a downfield threat. You know what I mean? That because Russ can still throw a decent deep ball. And he has a touch. So I think it gives him that down. And if he doesn't get hurt, of course, because Mike Williams is like, soft as charming. But it gives him that other, what you were missing. So, right on there with Calvin Austin, you know what I'm saying? He's another, one gadget guy, which he goes deep and you hit him. So, but the fact that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, When it comes to Pickens, that's what you do, bro. Pickens is a generational kind of talent, dude. You know what I mean? And he's been like shortchanged now.
He's got to keep his emotions in check.
He does, which it could really come into play in really short and close games. You know what I mean? So
he's lucky he didn't get ejected last week.
Yes.
I mean, Wilson throws that pass, and you just stand there. You kind of Deontay yourself, and you just let that happen. And, it's just one of those, by the way, Deontay ain't happy in Baltimore either.
Shit. He's nowhere to be found either.
I said it to Ravens fans that I know. I said, you guys are all giddy about getting a guy who ain't going to get any touches. Like, wow. And then like people are like, because they asked Tomlin about him, and they're like, so you worried about Deontay? He goes, I haven't seen any tape on him in the Ravens game yet. They got bigger pieces to worry about. He ain't wrong. He's not wrong on that. So,
and he could be such a weapon, though. He could be such a weapon in that offense.
He could if he gets his head out of his ass and actually plays football instead of doing that whole or woe is me bullshit. Oh, I feel like a hostage. You know what Deontay Johnson's going to wind up being? He's going to be like Odell Beckham without the fucking having shit put on his chest fetish.
Well, without the money, because Odell still gets paid, and probably the Super Bowl ring. So.
And Odell got paid in Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Bitcoin, who is it? Russell Okung took a deal in Bitcoin.
I don't know. I don't. Not familiar.
People said that's the dumbest thing you could do. Like, so instead of paying them in money, they paid them in cryptocurrency. So they gave him like stocks into Bitcoin.
Some people do that.
And he's made a ton of money off of it. And he's just, people like, wow, that actually worked. Odell's doing the same thing.
Yep.
Don't be surprised if this is like the new wave of contracts.
It will.
Like, you want a 3-year deal? We'll give you X amount in Bitcoin. And then it makes you probably more money if Bitcoin keeps going up than paying you regular money. And then you kind of save on your cap a bit too, I would assume.
I don't know how that works, man. I mean, I get paid on Bitcoin on certain other shit that I do, like my affiliate deals and stuff like that, because I get it right there instead of like, and I get any amount. And then I change it over. I cash it out real quick. I don't leave it there. It goes up and down, man. I watch it. I just don't know. I'm not too familiar with that shit to kind of get into it, man. You know what I mean? And so, but I know I've heard a lot of things. I got friends that invest on it heavily. And they make some money, and then they cash out. They go make some money again. They lose money as well. It's just like anything else, man. You know what I mean? Ethereum, this, DOUCHE, whatever the fuck it is.
Well, that's the gamble with getting paid in Bitcoin, whether it's doing affiliate deals, being Odell or Russell Okung is, it could make you money, or it could devalue the money you would have gotten if it was just regular currency.
Yep.
So it is a gamble, but it paid out for the two of them so far.
It does.
So.
It's like stocks, I think. You know what I mean? You buy low, you sell high.
It's just crypto stock. That's all it is.
Yep. So McCormick's having a hard time. I think Rumble has gymmed him. You know what I mean? They keep blocking him out. He has to restart the app. You know what I mean? I don't think they like him. Just like TikTok doesn't like you, Jim.
You know what? Fuck you, TikTok. Fuck you. I take a picture of a cigar, and within 2 minutes, you take it down, and it violates community guidelines. So today at work, while I'm twiddling my fucking thumbs, I'm scrolling TikTok, and what do I see? Everybody with a cigar in their hand and a picture. Does that violate the community guidelines, TikTok? You communist fucks. And what's funny is my video bashing them again, that didn't get taken down.
They're a bunch of idiots, bro. Bunch of idiots.
Like, how? Please tell me how. Somebody from TikTok, please tell me how. Get your head out of your ass. Stop playing human centipede with yourselves in the TikTok offices in fucking communist fucking Korea or wherever the hell your office is. Okay?
China.
And fucking tell me how your policies make sense. Please tell me. It makes no sense. It makes almost as no sense as people believing the shit in the Fast and the Furious can actually happen. You mean to tell me Dominic Toretto could drive in a Charger down pebble steps of Rome?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Granted, we know it's CGI. Okay. And he could jump across in a car and knock a bomb into the water and not fucking total the car out? Bull. shit. But I'll still watch Fast and the Furious. So in fact, I was watching Fast 7 before I came out here.
I know that you did. There we go, man. That's why you're so hyped about it. McCormick has another bet for us, guys. Ready? Everybody, check this out. You got to write this down, right? Detroit. All right. Anytime Montgomery, they're gonna score 30. Anytime touchdown by Montgomery. And actually, Jacobs anytime touchdown as well, and Kyron Williams. Holy crap, man! This is good. Actually, I can write that down. Sounds pretty good.
Montgomery or Gibbs are always. They're like one of the top 5 most bet guys to score anytime TD.
Yes, Montgomery is like there with freaking whatchamacallit with Henry when it comes to anytime touchdowns.
You might as well throw Jamar Chase in there because they're playing we have no secondary Chargers. So
yeah. Well, that's actually another interesting game. You know what I mean?
I made the move. Well, this game got flexed into this spot because nobody wants to watch fucking washed up Aaron Rodgers versus fucking versus the Colts at 8:20 at night. That's not how I start my fucking Sunday night vacation.
Ayahuasca
out there like this. It's his fault. It's his fault. It's her fault. You know what's funny with the Jets? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Their defense has sucked since what happened.
They fire the coach, bro.
Ding, ding,
Robert
ding.
Saleh.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, Jets, because your defense gave up the least amount of points with a defensive-minded head coach. But you want to listen to fucking ayahuasca, Seabiscuit, fucking Achilles tendon, douche nozzle, Aaron Rodgers. This is what you get. This is what you get. You can't make it. He wanted his buddy here, right? He got his buddy here. And what have they won? Nothing. But I made the move. I learned I can't start Patty Mahomes anymore because Burrow's been going over 30 points in fantasy.
You got Burrow on your team?
I got Burrow and Kermit.
Nah, fuck it. Hey, you got to start Burrow. Fuck Kermit. In fantasy, you got to go Burrow.
I now have to, but watch, something will happen. Burrow will like fucking hurt his eye in the first drive of the game, and I'll be fucked.
Yep. To let everybody know, we got chats on Rumble that it's not like YouTube and X where you could see it in the platform, the Streamlabs. For some reason, but Rumble is not allowed on some of these chats. But McCormick is having such a hard time. This is funny as shit. He called Rumble a bunch of child molesters. You know what I'm saying? Fucking shit.
Oh God! Sounds like my type. Fast and the Furious.
He's cool.
No, Fast and the Furious wasn't terrible for Fast and the Furious 1 because at least it made sense.
Yep.
Like Fast Furious 2 was okay. They tried to make Brian O'Connor more like street than he really was. Okay, and then you had Tokyo Drift, which kind of ties in everything after it. So like if you look at the timeline, Tokyo Drift ties in from 4 on. If that makes sense. If you think about it from the chronological timeline. So yeah, you got that too. You got everything in sports.
Bravery Sports not a fan of Fast and the Furious. And his take on which is right. I mean, you had to pull the move with Deontay Johnson. No doubt about it. Like again, he could be such an important weapon in that offense, right? That kind of should be able to tie up what you're missing. But unfortunately, I mean, you're right. The attitude has always been there, especially in Pittsburgh. So,
and the best part, Steeler fans got mad about this. You're the ones who wanted him gone.
Yep, absolutely.
And you wanted him back. Listen, you fucking morons in my fan base that don't know shit from shit. Okay, ready? I don't have to bookmark your shit. I can remember the receipts you've written, and I'm here to fucking educate you. He didn't want to be here. The Steelers would never trade for him back.
No.
That's it. Because, like the old adage always is, once you leave Pittsburgh, you're never the same guy again. Santonio Holmes wasn't. Mike Wallace became a fucking bum. Okay? Le'Veon Bell amounted to shit when he left. Okay? I mean, do I have to go on?
No, hold on a second. There is one caveat. Plaxico did win a Super Bowl. He shot his balls, but he won a Super Bowl.
Well, let's talk about the most. There's another one.
It's CTE boy.
There's another one. There's another one that people forget about and don't give him enough credit, and I do. And that's Connor Strong, James Conner in Arizona is tearing it up.
That's true.
I'm watching him run on that Jet defense. I'm like, man, I wish we never got rid of him.
Yeah, imagine him and Najee in the same team. You would probably have like 14 carries a pop. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be insane. I'd be going through a box of fucking tissues every fucking Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd have to get up from all the fucking explosions in my drawers. That
would be insane. That'll be insane. Why don't we move? Why don't we switch lanes here, right? And again, I guess you got the Steelers, Ravery Sports, and then you got the Ravens, our boy from the up in Baltimore. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go Steelers here. I think I'm gonna look at this game from a betting standpoint too. I like the points. I'm gonna do that. But switching lanes here. I mean, I know you fell asleep last night, man, because you had to work today, watching this disaster that it was of a joke. It was a joke. It was a disaster. First and foremost, Netflix. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but you cannot be not ready and not expect, based on the track record of all the events that Jake Paul throws on pay-per-view, right? You have to be ready for this, especially ready plus 100% more backup, because people are not paying for this. You know what I'm saying? So you probably lost customers last night after this shit. You know what I mean? Because the people that paid once to watch us fight, they probably went ahead and canceled this morning.
There are people calling that want they want a free month. They want a free month. Okay,
they're gonna have to do something.
Like this happened during this. What's coming up Christmas Day on Netflix?
The football game.
Steelers, Chiefs. I think Ravens, and somebody else is part of that, right? If I'm going to sit there and watch my team on Netflix, or Ravery Sports is going to watch the Ravens, and you see buffering, like we're still on 1989, 92 AOL fucking dial-up, I am going to go fucking ballistic. I'm not going to sit here and cancel my Netflix over it because, the new part 2 of Cobra Kai came out. I'm still waiting for season 5 of Stranger Things. So by the time they save Hawkins, I'm going to be in a wheelchair. Okay? Like, they got shit on there that I watch, but that's a bad look for Netflix. I mean, all this money you guys make off everybody's memberships, depending on their plans, because it
goes up every year.
Because they actually changed the levels.
Yep.
So I was paying 12. Now I'm only paying 7. But what they did was
you got the commercials.
Whatever. I don't fucking care. Half the shit I watch on Peacock's got commercials. Yeah. So I'm used to it at this point. So I don't care. But you have to be more prepared. I mean, they probably thought, it's Jake Paul. He doesn't bring in much money. Okay, it's a shit boxing product. Like, let's be honest. But people watch it for the entertainment value because there are people that really think
that Jake Paul is a real boxer.
That this guy is legitimate. But you know who just called him out? Tank Davis. Tank Davis just called him out.
Really?
And he said, I'm going to do the job Tyson should have done. He goes, I'm a bust your ass. But he won't fight a real boxer.
No, he won't. I don't know. He's calling out Canelo. I don't know if this is just like a thing. You know what I mean?
Canelo is going to. And the funniest thing is he says last night, I don't need Canelo. Canelo needs me if he wants the paycheck. And he's not wrong for saying that because Jake Paul and his brother know how to make money.
They could market.
For as annoying and obnoxious as they are, they know how to. They know how to market themselves, advertise themselves. They know how to do all this. They know how to make themselves a business. And you can't take that away from them. But he needs Canelo too and doesn't realize it yet. Because you need Canelo to agree to the fight. So, what do you mean you don't need Canelo? What are you going to box? A silhouette of Canelo? Hologram Canelo? Like, come on, man.
People need to understand.
Canelo to do it. When he fights a real boxer in a real boxing promotion, not this MVP shit that they got, okay? Like when he's fighting for like a WBC title against a WBC boxer, if he beats him, my stance will change. I'll be like, all right, I'll take him serious now. Because every match, every boxing fight that he's had, it's questioned because it's almost like it's rigged. Tyson could have laid him out in the first round last night, and he didn't.
Yeah, Tyson couldn't move, bro. I mean, I saw the fight. Tyson looked old. Age is undefeated.
And now that Rosie Perez, Never call boxing again. Exactly. What? Cedric the Entertainer looked like Biggie if Biggie never died. Okay. What the fuck is with that friggin' outfit? And Rosie Perez. Listen here, Rosie Perez. Stick to fucking getting fucking residual checks for White Man Can't Jump. All right. Billy, let's screw. I got something for you. Keats right here.
Yeah, it's funny because you have her and, she's from Brooklyn. I think we're trying to pull the whole Brooklyn crap. I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You want to play the whole Brooklyn card?
Yeah.
Okay. You're probably better off having fucking Fabulous fucking call this fucking damn act. Okay.
Biggie from the grave could have done a better job. You know what I'm saying?
Christ, you could have had Little C's from Junior Mafia. You could have had little. You don't remember what she looked like originally, Kim, after all the botched surgeries, looking like she got stung by all 36 Wu-Tang Killer bees.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That would have been better than Rosie Perez. What does she know about boxing? She sounded like J-Lo out there. Oh, yeah, when I went to the bodega, I got a buttered roll and an orange drink. If you know, you know. Bitch, we don't know what orange drink. Because there's multiple orange drinks. There's orange juice. There's orange pineapple juice. There's orange soda. Bitch, pick one.
That's how you know they're not from the hood anymore, when they use the word drink instead of the actual orange beverage. They're actually going to pick, like soda.
Right? If you know, you know. Ready, J-Lo? You're out there. You're out there telling people to vote for a woman who can't answer a question, but you didn't warn these other women about Diddy. Yeah, I went there. Oh, I brought it there. I'm burnt out, but I brought it there.
Yeah, right. Nobody.
Yeah. You know, that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, it's not rigged. He just fights guys. He boxes guys. He stay that. You know,
that's what he does. That and it brings the entertainment value. That's all. And look, I feel bad because look, you know me, man. I grew up in East New York, right? I'm like technically 10 minutes away from Brownsville, right? When Mike Tyson, I looked up because he was from the hood, my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying, dude? And he was a fucking killer, right? And even when he lost to like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield again, and the last fight that he gave up and all that kind of crap, he was like, yo, he's washed up. But see him out there last night, dude. He could barely move his feet. He had no legs. If he was able to move, he would have done some damage, but he couldn't even fucking move, man. It was like he was just like, yo, you could see it. He didn't have any knees. He didn't have any legs. He didn't have any legs at all, man. It's 58 years old, and a guy that has so much wear and tear in his body, and it's not all up here either.
No, it's not.
No, dude, he took $20 million, and let me tell you something. That says a lot about the lack of boxing ability that Jake Paul has, and you couldn't knock an old guy out. Because he was eating whatever punch, and Jake Paul was scared because the few times that Tyson actually touched him, that's why he never went in there and like, let me just go swing at this guy. He can't hit me because he can't catch me if I move. No, because he knew if he left himself open and Tyson would have caught him, he was going down because he felt his power early. He doesn't have a lot of power anymore. So it's just one of those things. It's old age. I mean, come on, man. It was a sorry performance. Thank God for the women's fight. I don't know if you saw the women's fight. Katie Holman and Amanda Serrano, bro.
Yeah, I heard, and all I got to say is this: I've never ever heard of a woman landing and throwing more punches, your opponent losing a point, and you still lost.
Dude, she lost twice, man. I mean, the first one could have gone either way, but this one right here was Serrano should have. So the score that they got unanimously should have gone to Serrano because Katie's tough. Katie went in there. Katie fought. Katie hit her. You know what I'm saying? But she did not win. She did not win at all, man. Did not win at all. But the fight was awesome. It was like rock and sock'em, dude.
You know who wants to box Jake Paul next too?
Who?
He's a former Steeler.
The lineman, what's his name?
No, Le'Veon Bell wants to box next.
Really? Didn't Le'Veon Bell and who else fought? Him and no, there was a Le'Veon Bell, right? It was somebody. It was two football players.
He fought Adrian Peterson.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and he cooked them. That's because Le'Veon's not Adrian Peterson's kid, so he couldn't hit him with a switch.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Don't get me wrong. Mike Tyson got paid $20 million for this fucking fight. So I will take that shit. And he goes, you know what, dude? And it's funny because he posted something that made a lot of sense. I saved it. Let me go to my my bookmarks. This is what Mike Tyson said this morning. I know. Right there, right? He goes, this is one of those situations where you lost, but still won, of course, because he won $20 million, right? I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in the ring one last time, which you should not get in the ring again. You know what I mean? You know, I almost died in June. He had like 8 blood transfusions, lost half of my blood, 25 pounds in the hospital, and I had to fight to get healthy. So I won. To have my children to see me stand toe to toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter. I think they just told him to say that. Half my age, which is true. The half my age shit is there. And a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium with Jerry Jones last night was busting nuts all over the place. So it's finally making money that he doesn't have to spend. It's an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you. Look, man. Yeah, you could look at it that way. He is right from a standpoint, but it's so bullshit. You know what I mean? So,
well, the one thing Cowboys fans got to be mad about is they're 0-4 in their own house. Jake Paul's 1-0 in your house.
Yeah,
ain't that fucking sad?
Mm-hmm. Dude, and not only Netflix was so bad from a viewing standpoint, but when they had Evander Holyfield up there, Jerry Jones, their mics were not working, their headsets were not working. It was such a shitty product. I mean, I don't know who the hell was in charge of all this. It didn't look great. I'm like, gosh, don't get me wrong. Netflix has the draw because of the subscribers, right? Yeah. And but you got to do a better job, man. This was a black eye. No pun intended, but it was a black. Let me tell you, that they got cut last night more than Amanda Serrano's fucking headbutt that Katie Holmes hit her with, which is like a nasty. I don't know if you saw the pictures. Last night. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
How do you even stitch that,
dude? That's nuts. If I'm her, I know she lost a fight, but she has to give the cut man a bonus, bro.
They're already saying after this, don't be surprised you see the trilogy.
They have to do. They have to do the trilogy.
And if they do, Serrano better just go in there and just fucking Fritz Colecocker once to the jaw and lay her out.
Do something.
And then they'll say she lost that too.
No, man, it was such obvious, man. That fight was won by Vegas. Because Vegas was won by Vegas.
But like, it's just like Paul picking his opponents though. Like, who's he gonna box next? Joe Biden?
I'm telling you, he keeps getting these fucking guys that are not boxers. Look, the only boxer he fought with, he lost to.
What's he gonna box? Al Pacino next? Robert De Niro? Well, he can't box Robert De Niro because apparently he's leaving the country now.
Yep. Everybody's leaving the country, but they haven't left yet. Just like all the celebrities are deactivating from X, because whatever, bro. And they haven't deactivated their account though, even though they posted letters and shit that they're gonna deactivate. So
yeah, deactivate these nuts
all over the place. Oh, our boy McCormick has a pick here. He says, "Hey man, cover Pittsburgh money line, Atlanta money line, and KC money line." I think at this point you want to bet KC every week because even if they play like shit, they're gonna win.
Well, yeah. I mean, how do we not? Okay, how do you not every fucking week not see Jawan Taylor come off the line early? That game, those games don't see it, but every other game, up offsides, up this, up that. But the Chiefs, no. We don't see certain things in the Chiefs. I see them, and I'm at home watching it on a TV. Jawan Jennings has more false starts than I don't even know what analogy I could use.
He has more false starts than how many times the pay-per-view buffered last night.
Yeah, definitely got that. Good shit. How do they not see that? I could see it. Stevie Wonder could see that shit. He's blind. Ray Charles could see it. He's blind and dead.
Now, since you're on the subject, let's jump on the Chiefs, man. All right. Honestly, bro, another. It's become very obvious. And I thought that Bill Belichick and Tom Brady had that golden rule, and not the real golden rule, but the golden rule that when you win this many championships, you got to get some calls go your way. This is like ridiculous. The calls that go their way, it's on a weekly basis. And not just one game, but every other game is decided by a fucking call by the refs, dude. And was you the one who told me who's refereeing this week is, somebody that has
the other thing with that, and we say it a lot on Steel and Teal, if you don't want the officials to have a hand in the outcome, you have to do more than enough
that's true.
to make sure that doesn't happen. So Denver put up a hell of a fight against Kansas City, but you allowed it to be put in the hands of the officials to make a questionable call on that field goal attempt that led to the block that led to securing the win. That was very questionable. You have to do more than so. In essence, what you have to do is be the Arizona Cardinals and go out there and put a beating on the Jets every week. Like that's what you have to do in order to make sure the officials can't fuck you in some way, shape, or form. And not only that, Patrick Mahomes being caught on the hot mic.
Yeah, dude.
That doesn't help. Now you got people saying, "No, he was talking to the sideline." I don't know. It looked like he was on the Broncos sideline when he said it.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Never have I ever heard Tom Brady ever say that. Like, this is getting bad to the point where I'm starting to defend Tom Brady. You know this is bad.
That's bad. He does. He's because he knows it, bro. He's been in that situation.
Yeah. And, like, listen, for Chiefs fans that listen or watch or are watching right now, I'm not taking any credit away from Patrick Mahomes because this guy does things that I don't know how it gets to. Listen, some of these throws he's made, like I could never do it.
Nobody can.
But
he has ushered a whole new generation of quarterbacks that are making the same throws now. It's all because of him.
You can't put it all on Mahomes because he's not the one who's getting all the calls in his favor all the time. They all are. Like, Juwan Jennings gets away with being offsides every 5 seconds.
And who the fuck is Juwan Jennings? He's not even like a primetime receiver, bro.
No, Juwan Taylor.
Juwan Taylor, yeah, I was going to say, because Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, I have him in fantasy, too.
So check this out. Right here, if you look at the numbers going back, 4-3 head-to-head. Mahomes is at the edge by 1 win. Pretty much a lot of close games, 27-24.
I have no idea what just happened. What the fuck did he do? What the hell did you do?
I don't know, man. All of a sudden, I think the referees are trying to cut our stream, man. We're exposing them.
Fuck you, NFL officiating. Fuck you. Fuck you, Sean Hockley Jr., Cleet Bleachman. Bleach this asshole. Fuck you.
Brazilian bleach. All right, bro.
Now, to go back to TikTok for a second. I don't need to see some girl on TikTok talking about her first Brazilian wax experience. You know what you're telling people? You don't keep it clean and trim down there.
I mean, might as well just get lasered. Then it'll be gone forever.
I don't want to see it. I don't need to hear it. So don't do it. You know what? I blocked the bitch. Now I don't have to see it.
There we go. That's
the power of the block button. Gotta love it.
The black button is the best. You know what I'm saying? Always, it stays on the feed.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So check this out. I was going back before whatever the hell happened here. You know what I mean? The matches have been pretty close. Yeah. Pretty close. 27. I mean, even the wins. When Buffalo has won 38-20 and Kansas City won 38-24. Last game was 26. I mean, they're all going to be pretty even close games. And I don't even know. I haven't checked yet if Amari Cooper is playing this week or Coleman. But 7-2 against the last undefeated team. I think they have the defense to pull it off. But like you said, it has to be one of those things that if they're not up by 10, with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter or 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, this is going to go the same way we've seen every other bitch-ass win.
People also forget this is the matchup that changed the overtime rule.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, in the playoffs.
Yep.
Hey, Jim, before we move on, man, I brought my cutter, man. Look at that. That's a nice V-cut right there. Instead of me using a fucking...
No rookie mistake tonight. Everybody give E-Man a round of applause. No rookie mistake tonight. We don't make those mistakes here at Cigars and Sports.
That was horrible, man. That was horrible. By the way, did you notice the style? So YouTube has a live vertical feature, and we're not doing it tonight because, we're doing a full-blown podcast, right? Just like TikTok Live does, when you go vertical and everybody goes in and comments, how you get the comments and stuff like that. So they did. It was pretty good. I tried a couple of weeks ago. When I was solo, that we couldn't get together. I said, let me try this on my own, man. I was out here just chilling, having a stogie. But yeah, what happened is that I brought the cigar out here, started the live, and then I'm like, fuck, I forgot my cutter. So your boy was out there with whatever. I think I had I had a bottle opener. Yeah, the stuff I was using right here because I was drinking a beer. And check this out. This is what I was using. I was using the edge of the bottle opener, bro, to try to
Oh, that's not going to get it in far enough,
dude. I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, dude. It was horrible. It was bad. It was bad. It was definitely a rookie mistake. I did not come prepared like Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying, dude? It was like I let the age, conquer my ass. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's what it was.
That's one of the first wherever I get a cigar from. That's the first thing I do is I make sure I cut it.
Man,
especially if I'm going to be at a lounge hanging out, I definitely make sure I cut it before anything. But then again, in a lounge, if you don't go to the cutter that they have cutters at all the, at every seat, at every little end table they got for you with the ashtray.
That's what's cool about the lounge. You got cutters, multiple fucking cutters where you can use. You know what I'm saying, dude? And especially in your case, your cigar lounge, you're like fucking Norm out there. You know what I mean, dude? So they'll hook you up with anything. You know what I mean? So that's how I was in my cigar lounges I used to hang out with when way back in the day when life was good.
I could get them to fan me if I want. Just fan me. I'm getting hot in here. Just hit me with the fans. Feed me grapes like I'm a Greek god.
There we go, bro. How's the weather in New York right now, man? We're full blown winter yet or no?
No, because one day you wake up, it's 31, and then by 9 o'clock, it's fucking 80.
It's not global warming, though. All right, don't come with that shit.
I'm giving. Listen. Polar ice caps melt. They don't melt. Listen. All I know is this: if all that shit that they claim, where in 40 years Manhattan's gonna be underwater, I ain't gonna be alive for that. So I don't give a fuck. And guess what? If Manhattan is starting to sink underwater, and you're married to somebody and there's room on the door, let the motherfucker on the door. Jesus Christ. You know what? That's another thing. Titanic. That door was big enough for Rose, Jack, and Billy Zane. Fuck that shit. She was a selfish broad for that. I get it to move, but selfish. Selfish as selfish can be.
Let's go back to the game. Realistically speaking, right? All right, let's just forget about everything that's happened that's gone the Chiefs' way. I know the Bills are not as talented as they've been before, but I mean Josh Allen is a gamer. Are they playing Kansas City? Are they playing in Buffalo? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I think if they're playing in Buffalo, yeah, I mean Kansas City's also fucking cold, dude. So it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? They're both outdoor teams, right? They're both out in like cold weather climate. So it doesn't matter where they play each other. I think they're evenly matched. Definitely, DeAndre Hopkins edition has been like a life, like an injection of like something like I guess antibiotics in here. You know what I mean? In order to do that. So, oh shit! Oh, Heavy Step is in the building. What up, Heavy Steps? Heavy Steps is a great show with Game On Will up in Rumble. What's up, my man? Great, another sharp over here in the house, bro. What's up, Heavy? But yeah, man, we Oh, here we go. Look at this. He's asking me. We know you're in that palm tree climate. Yeah, bro. That's me. Jim is in New York. I'm over here. I'm outside, man. This is when living in Florida, right? You know what I mean? Starts like paying off, right? It's hot as balls, and now it's like I'm outside. And it's like below 80, and it feels a little better than 80, and it's nice, bro. I mean, I'm wearing like tropical freaking shirts with palm trees and shit all over it. You know what I mean? Because that's how I get down. We're gonna do one of these shows in the morning, so I can like show the palm trees in the back, or everything over here. Piss some people off in the summer. We might do a couple of these on a Sunday morning instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, down for that.
But yeah, man. But this is a great time of year right now, man. This is when I enjoy being outside, man. I grill more often. I come out here, I smoke some cigars. Have some more brewskis and or spike seltzer. No homo, no Diddy. I'm sorry. But yeah, man. Shout out to Heavy. Heavy's a good dude, man. There's another guy you want to follow on Twitter. Next, I'm sorry. He knows his shit when it comes to betting as well. You know what I mean?
No, you Twitter. I don't call it X.
Yeah, Twitter. Twitter. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm getting used to the X. I'm getting used to X. I'm getting used to
Twitter,
X, man.
Or as Vince Vaughn likes to say, you got people tweeting and twatting out there.
Oh, twatting.
Yeah, they're all twatting out there.
Absolutely, man. So let's go. Chiefs and Buffalo Bills. You're on a stake here, man. I mean, with all the bullshit aside, all the refs interference and all that kind of crap. Does the Bills? I mean, because the Chiefs have to be the favorite, and they are. Do the Bills have a chance?
If they have Cooper and Coleman going, they have a better chance.
Yes, me too. That's what I think.
don't have, especially if you don't have Amari Cooper.
I mean, Amari he's been like out the last couple of games. I'm like, come on, man, you traded for this guy. It's like,
but the Bills have surprised me because you figured they lost all these pieces, on both sides of the ball, and they're still winning games.
They've maintained, man.
So that shows you the type of mentality Josh Allen has. He goes, okay, you guys traded Diggs. All right, I'm going to utilize no-name guys like Khalil Shakir, and I'm going to just have to, instead of making sure I get it to one guy, I'm just going to disperse the ball to multiple people. They're not worried about catches and yards. They're just worried about winning games, which is part of the change in mentality in Buffalo, which is great to see. I think it was weighing down on Josh Allen having to deal with Diggs' fucking tantrum.
Yeah. You could tell he's relieved, man. He's relieved that Diggs is not there, regardless of, yes, talented wide receiver, and he has some great numbers with Diggs, and so did Diggs, vice versa. They both benefited each other, but I think the whole stress of not having a prima donna, which, again, look, wide receivers are all known to being prima donnas and fucking head cases, right? That's just a thing that's known in the NFL. You know, it's like I call them, they're like mechanics, and you're in the industry, right? Mechanics are so prima donna, you know what I'm saying? Because they think that, hey, man, I'm special, you need me. Well, you know what I'm saying? And they act like prima donnas when they do a job.
Yeah. What I need the mechanics to do is know what the fuck they're working on and give the right information. Maybe you get the right shit, you jerk offs.
Get the right parts, you bastards.
Yeah, you fucking assholes. But
right now, Dalton Kincaid is out, Milano is out, and I think Mari is in, and so is Keon. So, looking at the injury report,
I think they got a fighting chance.
They should be the team that give the Kansas City Chiefs the first L of the season. I mean, they should have been way overdue.
I honestly would have laughed if it was Denver that did it.
Me too. They almost did it. Shit.
Yeah, really close. Those, like, of all the teams they played so far that they should have lost to, you're going to lose to Bo Nix.
Bo Nix has surprised me, though.
Yeah, he is. He's actually performing better than Caleb Williams in Chicago.
Yeah.
Which, it is what it is. I didn't think Bo Nix was going to do what he was doing in Denver right now, but he ain't doing what Jane Daniels is doing, but he's up there.
Yep.
Give him that. So.
Yeah, here, but McCormick said a good thing. He goes, the whole crew's no mistakes tonight. He goes, Steppers, the man on point. The whole crew in that, their game on broadcast, they do a lot of sports betting, him, cricket, and game on. You know cricket because you see them on Mondays with me. They have a really good thing going. And man, those guys are abused. They're blowing up Rumble. They just do strictly Rumble and X, man. They're fucking killing it. But yeah, I like Josh Allen, right? I like his mentality, bro. He's a quarterback that I wish I had in New York, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you notice, I'm not wearing anything that has to do with football or baseball because I'm all about basketball season right now, bro. Got the Knicks, cap on. I might wear this until the Knicks suck. They don't, you know what I mean? It's early in the season. So, yeah, absolutely. He's developing, and he's actually with a team that he doesn't have a lot around him. He has surprise. He has grit, man. The kid has grit, and dude, he doesn't take any bullshit. He has grit, man. I mean, he makes plays. Yeah, he's gonna make mistakes, but he makes plays with his legs, which I'm surprised. I knew he was athletic, right? He could move around. I didn't think he was just athletic and this nimble in his feet, man. The dude has made some touchdowns, man, where he's like going out there and spinning and then just reaching over, man. I like that, man. Really like that. Like the dog in him. He does have a little dog. He does have a dog in him, man.
He was one of those where there was the question mark on him where if you're going to start him, is he the guy who can slowly turn around this team, or is he going to or is he going to make it worse to a point where you're going to wind up having to rely on Zach Wilson to win you games?
The MILF master.
And right now, Bo Nix, I mean, Jane Daniels is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely, man.
But I think Bo Nix comes in, like, as far as the voting, he's got to come in second or third.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think he's done enough.
Because there is no way Caleb Williams should even be in the discussion. Considering the fact you get drafted, you text your punter and say, don't worry, you don't have to punt that much this year. And the punter has more punt yards you do passing yards.
Yep.
Talk about it. But here's what's funny. Ready? It was all Justin Fields' fault in Chicago. So you have the same problem now. So who do you really blame now? Drake May, yeah. Drake May's a baller too.
I like Drake May, man. There's a reason why the Giants were offering everything in the kitchen sink for him. You know what I mean, dude? And I'm glad, one thing about New England, though, they did here is, you know what? They went away from like, fuck it, we got to draft our quarterback of the future. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you did. This guy, and he's the one that has the least amount of freaking talent around him, bro. He has nobody out there, man.
And they just released one of their receivers, I think, late last night or this morning. Thornton, I think.
Really?
So, I think, yeah. I know they just released, I think it was Tariq Thornton or whatever the hell his name is. They released him this morning.
I liked him in college. I mean, we've done shows before, and we spoke about the rookie quarterbacks, and you and I had these guys saying that we're going to have a better career or season so far than Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams doesn't convince me. He does have on paper. He does see. There's times you see, oh wow, this guy has some shit, but then I think it's up here, man. Up here, man. He needs to cut the fucking fingernail painting too. That probably is.
I can't say you put this all on him in Chicago because if you think about
bad organization, dude.
You put more weapons around him than Fields ever had, right?
And that's what that trade didn't make sense. Let him develop.
And then you move on from Fields and you bring this kid in to the most pressurized situation because you're sitting there and you go, you're the guy. Like, if you want to compare it to like wrestling in a way, where it's like, you're going to be the guy now, and you have to live up to the hype. They already need Caleb Williams to do that, and he didn't even start a game in the league yet. And Bears fans like, this is the savior. There's a reason why guys like Kevin Durant never came to the Knicks, because he didn't want the pressure or to be the savior of a bad franchise at the time.
Big mistake, though.
And now you're asking this kid to do that. And I can't fully blame him, but it's a bad look when you take a bad hit last week, and one of the defenders on the Patriots is picking you up and telling you it's going to be okay. Not even your own team helped you up. They had veterans that wanted him benched for Tyler Badgett.
Unreal.
It's really a clusterfuck of bullshit in Chicago. It's like it's literally the inmates run the asylum.
It is.
And you have all this. You have Cole Kmet, a very underrated tight end.
That guy's a hell of a tight end.
You bring in DeAndre Swift, who had a great year with the Eagles last year, which is why he got his bag.
And he's having a good year this year, too, after a slow start.
You bring in Keenan Allen, who, when he's healthy, can put up good numbers. Yep. And you got DJ Moore.
DJ's nasty, dude. I mean, DJ has done it with no quarterback.
How are they not above 500? The Vikings are with Sam Ghost Darno.
Yeah.
And Jordan Love being out, out, injured, not whatever it is. And Green Bay still over 500.
Yep.
You're telling me the Bears can't? You mean the Bears couldn't beat Drake May last week?
Dude, that was bad.
That's
bad.
That's when you know your franchise is a fucking dumpster fire of bullshit. And firing the offensive coordinator
ain't gonna help.
The issue. Eberflus needs to go. Ryan Poles needs to learn how to be a GM. Don't worry about trying to find a new stadium. Worry about fucking fixing this team first, because nobody's gonna go to a new stadium in Chicago and pay for the same shit product. And guess what, Browns fans? Because you're gonna catch a hot one right now too. Your ownership's worried about getting a new stadium. Worry about getting out from the rapist fucking contract one.
Yep.
Okay? Blow the whole fucking thing up. Free Njoku, free Chubb, free Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome. Free them all. Let them know what it's like to actually play for a team that gives a shit, for ownership and GMs and coaches to actually give a shit. And I'm not even saying Stefanski don't give a shit, but at some point, when do these fans just stop going? Like, I'm not, like, if I was a Browns fan, and if I was, I'd put a musket to my fucking mouth and pull the fucking trigger, okay? If I was a Browns fan, I would not go and support this shit. I couldn't.
Unfortunately, they are diehard football fans, bro. They lived on it so much already that they're used to it. So it's normal. Even when they spent all this money around a product that they thought it was going to be successful. It's just the way it is. People, when you're suffering all your life, dude, that's all you know.
It's the same thing with the Jets and the Giants.
Yep.
Like Craig Carton did one right thing and one wrong thing. The one wrong thing he did before the Jet Cardinal game is he goes, the Jets will win that one and run the table. The only table they're running around is the Thanksgiving table, bitch. Okay, that's one.
Or the strip club.
Two, he then put out Woody Johnson should not be raising ticket prices. In fact, you should be lowering them for the garbage Jets fans are subjected to. And guess what? John Mara and Steve Tisch need to do the same thing on the other side of MetLife. Because when you put fucking, listen, at this point, bench fucking Danny Jones because he's not your guy. Put out fucking Tommy fucking homemade Rayo sauce fucking.
Tommy Cutlass, baby. Tommy, let's go. At this point, I'll take it because I want. We need the tank.
Chicken Parmesan eating, meatball making, sausage and peppers fucking stirring.
New Jersey. Jersey's in the house.
Put him out there.
He's Italian, bro. Come on, let's go. He's Italian.
Italian.
It's Italian. Let's go.
I mean, you gotta put him out there at this point. But we're Drew Lock. Like at this point, right now, you're in a battle for the number one pick with other 2-7 teams.
What's the worst that could happen if you're Drew Lock? What, you lose another game?
And then you have Shador's coming out in next year's draft. So if you're a Giants fan, you get the number one pick. You think you're getting Shador? Deion Sanders is going to manipulate the draft for two of his best guys. And if the NFL allows that,
he's gotta make sure he goes to a program, to a team that has the system that is not dysfunctional. You know what I mean, dude? That's what he's gonna do. Because it's not gonna be the Bears, because now they're stuck with Caleb because you got rid of Justin Fields. So
no.
Here's a quick McCormick here has a nice has some other suggestions. Fryermuth on the over and receptions. Look at that. Taubman on the over receptions. Kraft on the over receptions. Hawkinson over on receptions, and Nas. He's all over the tight ends this week, bro. He goes tight ends team in week 11. And he also misses Mike Singletary for the Bears. That's when the Bears actually had cojones.
And Dick Butkus and Mike Dick and coach and fuck Jim McMahon. The last time the Bears were relevant, Rex Grossman brought you to a Super
that's true.
And then you had Jake
the Snake.
out there.
Jake the Snake, bro.
Smoking fucking Newports, drinking fucking Mad Dog 2020, slinging fucking 3 TDs and 6 interceptions.
Slinging that shit all over the place, bro. The balls, no glories, man.
Slinging it out there. He had unlimited cigarettes.
And he has good looking wife, too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think the bitch dropped him, though.
Oh, she did. She's fucking Bobby Flay now.
She did. Yeah. It's true.
Fucking Bobby Flay's up there in her kitchen. If you know what I mean. He's putting the sausage in the veal, if you know what I mean.
Hey, look, Midway J, bro. That's right. That was another name for Jay. Midway J, baby. He was, hey, man. And they came to the Dolphins with $10 million after he was doing his shit out on the golf course or playing. Yeah. Where does he play? He played in the, he plays now in the, the league, the fucking, what you call that game, bro? When you do the sandbags in the damn hole, cornhole. He's in the cornhole league, bro. He's in a cornhole league right now, bro.
Well, after his DWI a few weeks ago, luckily he didn't take it. Cornhole.
Was he hanging out with Angelina?
Who fuck knows? I think he got a DWI in like Tennessee or something like that.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, it's tough to get a DUI in Tennessee, bro. There's like really nothing out there.
No, if you go to Nashville, you got all the bars.
Yeah, bro. City. Yeah, you got Broadway, baby. I want to hit. Speaking
of Nashville, listen, Hawk Tua, bitch.
Just getting
shut the fuck up. Just enough. I want to go on the Talk Tua podcast just to fucking roast her. You got famous for something every guy likes having done to their barrage hole. All right?
You gotta give him that Hawk Tua and spit on that thing. You get me?
I'm sorry, man. You laid it up there. Ooh.
I say some of the dumbest shit. I don't go viral.
You don't have
You know what?
You don't have a twat.
You know what? Maybe I'll get it cut off and I'll have a twat. Who knows? It'll be like in Ted. It's not chicks with dicks, it's guys with tits, John.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Counterclockwise jobs. Well, sometimes you want to see it go the other way.
Oh man, I know you didn't send me one this week. a douchebag of the week. Do you have anybody in mind, Jim, that we might want to flavor here before I move on to my dumbass of the week? Because we're gonna have some fun with this one. This is where we get out of our sports world here, and we get really ham on it. You have any douchebag you wanna shout out to? Hold on. With that being said, I gotta prep this shit. There was not a lot of douchebags, a lot of dumbasses lately. You know what I'm saying? It's not dumbasses lately.
Yeah,
nobody got stupid this week, man. Nobody really got stupid this week.
I've been so busy at work, I couldn't even pay attention who's in a douche.
Well, with that being said, man, you know what? It's 1:15 until we usually do 2 hours. We got to get you your 2 hours because we got to just find more shit to talk about, especially with the, we got a lot of flavor here. I appreciate Ravery and Heavy Steps and our boy McCormick and Rumble and just giving us some ammo here too as well. Thank you guys for tuning on, man. So, but why don't we jump on, man? And this is the part of the show that we're gonna piss some people off. You know what I'm saying? Well, we already pissed a lot of people off so far, but we're gonna probably piss some people off as we start. Let's go straight, man, to the dumbass of the week.
Dumbass.
And as I talk about the dumbass of the week here, I should have had it ready. I'm a slash producer slash. A lot of things has happened in the last 4 weeks here, Jim. I'm gonna go ahead and let me put this here on the side before we start. Let me go ahead and cue the our normal intro in addition to this one.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Let's empty out this clip. Jim, are you familiar with the B4 movement?
I wasn't until before we started the show, and I found out. And this has got to be the dumbest fucking shit I've ever fucking heard of in my life. And half of you 4B movements, I wouldn't stick my dick in half of you. All right? You probably got fucking Vietnam still going down in your fucking cooch because you haven't shaved it since you started growing hair down there. All right? You fucking stupid. Oh, you didn't vote because guys voted for Donald Trump. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. We live in America and we could choose who we want to vote for based on our political beliefs, views, and who's the best person to do the fucking job. Not for nothing. You know why everybody voted for Donald Trump? Because Kamala is a fucking moron. What's she going to fix? How the fuck do you raise $1.4 billion and wind up $20 million in debt? And you want this fucking fox face to fix the economy in 4 years? 4B movement, I got one. How about a 4C movement? We don't fuck you bitches for 4 years. If you voted for Kamala, we don't fuck you. How about that? What the fuck? What is this shit? What world am I living in? You think you're shaving your heads like you're fucking G.I. Jane Demi Moore when Demi Moore looks better than half you bitches at damn near 70. Hell, fucking Sally Fields looks better than half you bitches. Rita Moreno's 95. I'd rather bang her than you.
So
are you fucking kidding me? Really? I understand. Listen, I understand. You're upset. You want to go to your little crying room like we had during COVID. You want to fucking whatever the fuck. All right? But this is fucking beyond ridiculous. Oh, first off, no woman is going to give up sex for 4 fucking years. Because you're either going to fucking use a dildo on yourself or you're going to go out and get a real dick. Okay? There is no way. Guys and men and women have sexual needs. You are not going to tell me you're going to withhold for 4 fucking years. I get AC Green did it with the fucking Lakers, okay? Because he was the real 40-year-old virgin, okay? All right, but that's by choice. You're telling me. So if I go out on a date with a girl, now I'm not a registered voter. I don't vote because I think this world's going to hell in a handbasket. I don't give a fuck who's in the Oval Office, Oral Office when Clinton was there, okay? I really don't care. You mean to tell me if I was on a date and if I was a registered voter and I said, yeah, I voted for the orange guy, I ain't getting nothing at the end of the night after I laid in all the groundwork and weeks of talking before that, and then I ain't gonna get I'm not getting in the holy temple of your clam. Get the fuck out of here. I should fuck you because you voted for an idiot.
You want to see some?
I told you I was going. You know what? I don't care who this fucking offends. Write your stupid comments on YouTube. Oh, he's a dad and he's talking like this. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not talking as a father. I'm talking about a man with a dick who has needs, and I'm talking about women who have vaginas that have needs. And you're telling me that you're not gonna fuck somebody because of a political view? Okay, you're probably all fucking Cleveland Browns fans anyway. Somebody's gonna fuck your drunk, crusty snatch. So fuck off.
Yeah, right. Let me show you some of the gems here that are gonna withhold.
Oh, I can't wait for these ugly bitches.
The first question I'm asking. The first question I'm asking everybody in my life from this moment forward: who did you vote for? If I get anything aside from Kamala,
that's the first question she's asking when she goes on a date, dude.
Get the in my face. I am done. Honestly, it costs me $0 to cut people off. And in this economy, I'm taking all the free shit I can get.
Ready? If that's your first question on a date with me, I'm telling you to fuck off, and I'm leaving you with the bill. How about that?
Walking honest is definitely an option. I mean, it would be stupid. That's how stupid these chicks are. That you would say that, right? When you're dating a guy and he's taking you out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? So let me go here. It's pretty wild. Let's go to the next one here.
Donald Trump is president.
There we go.
I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years.
Well, who's fucking you?
Protest and protection of your bodies. As we know, if that little baby inside you gives you any trouble and you need
little baby inside you
healthcare, you're fucked and you're gonna die. I think that is sufficient enough reason to stop having sex. Don't you agree? This vote wasn't a vote for Americans. This vote was for men. And unless we want to become a handmaid's tale, then us women need to protest because this is some buttery bullshit. Donald Trump is president.
Your fucking pussy's fucking buttery because you gotta roll your fat ass in the dough to find the wet spot, bitch. Shut up. This vote was not for men. There's women that voted for Trump. So if you're a fucking lesbian, what does that mean? What does that mean? You're not gonna fucking scissor another lesbian because they voted for Trump? Is that what this means? What the fuck?
I'm gonna be honest, I was very blindsided.
Hold on, let me pause this one. Hey.
Yeah, blindsided by what? The huge chocolate thunderstick 9000 that you got smacked in the face with for putting out this fucking video? You
The Raminator 9000 is gonna use I think she's gonna spend more money on double D batteries than anything else. You know what I'm saying, dude? So
you bitches better start buying rabbits and eggshells. That's all I'm saying.
Let's take a look at this one. This was a real gem. I remember seeing this one right after the election.
Excited by the results this morning.
Oh, she's fucking crying, dude. Look.
I've decided that cigarettes don't count today, and I honestly might go get a tattoo. But I also have decided that for the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmecks with men. And funny enough, I actually just broke up with my boyfriend a handful of days.
Say the right word, bro. Schmecks. You know?
Schmecks with it. Fuck, what's she trying out for Spanglish 2 with Adam Sandler? Schmecks? What is that, Spanish sex?
No, it's not. Hey, let the Latino in the room tell you that's not a word.
And now that bitch, you want to get a tattoo? Why don't you get dumb fuck tattooed across your fucking forehead? I understand it's a woman's right to choose whether she wants to have sex or not. Let's not take away from that. But you're doing this over
a stupid
politics. Politics.
That's how stupid it is over politics.
I had to put that out there because then somebody's going to be like, oh, this guy feels that all men should be able to fuck who they want. No, I'm not saying that. But guess what? We're men, you're women, or whether you're a guy and a guy, woman and a woman, bi, tri, square, pan, trisexual, whatever the fuck, omni, fucking Atlanta Hawk sexual, even Brown sexual. I don't give a fuck what kind of sexual.
Tree banger, whatever. Yeah.
Tree banger, a bush fucker, a fucking pumpkin humper. I don't give a shit. Right?
A Furby.
But, like, listen, it is your choice. I'm not going to double back in the rant, but You really going to put these videos out there and show men out there who would probably date you that you have the IQ of fucking Forrest Gump, a movie character,
dude,
that does not exist.
Forrest Gump is a freaking Ivy League grad next to these individuals who are choosing.
Right now, if Forrest Gump existed, he would say, "I may not be a smart man, man. It's stupid."
He is definitely out there, man. Ready? Let's finish this one.
And it had nothing to do with the anticipation of Donald Trump winning this election. It had everything to do with problems within our relationship and massive differences.
She broke up with her boyfriend, by the way, before
who we were as people, which was unfortunate and sad. I wish him well, though. But yeah, as a woman, my bodily autonomy matters, and this is my way to exercise sovereignty over that. So I highly encourage any other women that are single, and care about progressing women's rights.
Why is she crying,
still fighting for our bodily autonomy.
Okay, why is she crying, dude? I mean, I can't.
I can understand the women's right thing.
Yeah,
but
they're kind of helping the whole women's right by abstaining abstinence, right? So if they don't have sex, they won't get pregnant. So it's
okay. So you women out there, right, that are mad that Trump won, who's that girl that got brutally beaten by the migrant Venezuelan?
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley.
So how about her? How about her? You know what? Since these fucking broads want to come out on this whole political diatribe, how about all the illegal migrants that came here, okay?
Who got arrested?
Got everything for free, committed multiple felonies, but got out of jail like the same fucking day. Okay, how about all that? How about the fact that hardworking people like me, you, or every other American man, woman, teenager who has their first job, all our tax money is going to free cell phones, prepaid debit cards, this, that, and the third. I don't care if you want to come here, but there's protocols in doing. Not just you sit there and you have Sleepy Joe and Kamala having a dance party with Beyonce, okay,
and Megan Thee Stallion,
and yeah, fuck her too.
Yeah,
right. You guys opened the border and said, "Come on in." You turned this country into a third world fucking country with all the bullshit. So you want to know why? Your precious Kamala, whatever the fuck, hop to this bitch, okay? You want to know why she didn't get in? She created the problems. She wasn't going to fix it. She doubled back on everything she's ever said, and she was just as much asleep as Joe Biden was.
Yep, and then you got to blame it on men that are misogynistic because they did win a different route. That's the whole 4B movement. Yeah, let's finish her out real quick.
To do the same. Delete your dating apps because
that's gonna help.
We can come together in community,
yeah, you can.
And if you need somebody to cuddle or hold your hand or give you a kiss, I bet you one of your girlfriends would do it, okay? And you don't even have to really be gay, okay? It's okay to have a lot of platonic love for the next 4 years. I think we can look to South Korea and the 4B movement as a point of inspiration for us.
When you are looking at South Korea as an example, I think we're this is where
all I have to say is good luck getting laid.
Okay, first off, okay, yeah, South Korea, yeah, great inspiration there. That's one. Okay, the best part.
That's it. South Korea.
She said, "We all got to come together." Well, all you women that don't want to fuck men, you're all going to be in a room coming together, literally, because you're all going to be playing Pass the Dildo. Fucking shut the fuck. Yeah. Oh,
this is the last one, bro. Last 14 seconds, the last one, and then we're oh man.
Why am I
alive? Especially in Florida, because me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement. That's my next plan, and I'm dead fucking serious.
Yep, she's serious, bro.
That's good because nobody would fuck your white girl wasted ass because you're a sloppy looking drunk at the club anyway. Fuck off, you fucking fake Jersey Shore looking bitch.
She's gonna miss the trains, bro.
She looked like she's already been trained. She got trained enough. Her fucking snack should take a 4-year break. Shit. She looks like she could take 2 in the pink and 2 in the stink at the same fucking time.
I think it's like the worst. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, man. I mean, all jokes aside, you and I support women 100%, right? We always do. We battle with Leah Thomas, man. All the shit that we do. We don't condone any violence. But when you come up and say this bullshit here, you are our target to be ridiculed. All right.
And the other thing I'm going to add to this is that if you're offended by what was said, this is what I need you to do. Don't comment, because I will see it at some point.
Block it if you feel offended.
If you feel offended, that's fine. That's your right. Keep it at that. Don't watch, don't listen, don't support the product. That's fine. But don't blame men solely for somebody winning an election. Because it wasn't just men that voted.
No.
Women voted for Trump too.
Yeah.
Men voted for Kamala, and women voted for Kamala. It just so happens that Trump. See, that's the other excuse that they use. Well, Trump's been running since he lost against Biden in 20, and Kamala was just inserted. Okay, well, whose fault is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's if she would have, if she would have gotten.
I'm not a political guy, but if you want to get political here, you don't just take somebody and insert them. There's a process to do so.
Last time I checked, you got to elect somebody to run for president.
And they didn't do that. And then not only that, so you want to add on to it. She goes on to all these shows. Even Oprah was cringy of her. Somebody asked, like, what are you going to do to fix the economy? And she does her, the unburden of knowing. It's the unburden of knowing. And did you fall out of a coconut tree? And then her thousands of different accents that she does.
Oh, she's awesome at that.
Y'all better thank a union brother. Hello, my sorority sisters and brothers of Psych High Tech High.
And then she puts on the Puerto Rican accent, because she's speaking to
and then the worst, her Jamaican accent was worse than Kofi Kingston's in WWE.
Which he was in Jamaica. Remember Kofi Kingston? You're right, man.
Have you no empathy, man? Have you no empathy? I can do a better Jamaican accent than her and Kofi Kingston. I am the original rude boy. I am the Don Dada. Shut up, all some niggas that dusted him.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I knew I was gonna fire you up with this one, man. That's why I said I was gonna surprise you with the dumbass of the week.
And I'm telling you right now, if one person says, if that was your daughter, what would you say? First off, I'm going to tell you, don't put my daughter's name in your fucking mouth. That's one.
But
two, I'm not going at her the way I'm going at these idiots, because she's not going to take to social media to say she's going to. She's just going to keep it to her fucking self. Like first off, that's a conversation I don't want to have with her. Period. So, that's one. I don't want to have that talk.
I think you're preparing your daughter to be like a normal woman that's self-sustained on her own.
Yeah, she don't listen. I'm just glad my kid don't go to social media and put out this fucking stupidity. Again, I get it's your choice. Listen, you could come out and say I'm abstaining from sex for, whatever other reason, whatever, something personal, something tragic that happened to you, whatever it is, and I'd be fine with that. But for
a presidential race,
a presidential race, what's next? So if the Mets don't get Juan Soto, female Mets fans aren't gonna fuck Yankee men fans because we got Soto back.
Although, stop going to the Dominican Republic to vacation.
Yeah,
protest.
I mean, really, what's next? I don't know. Whatever. It's fucking stupid. Really, it just. My God, I wish I wasn't born in this world.
The world is really sideways, and the what we're poking fun of is the fact that you go on social media, you're gonna post this stuff up there. It's making you look stupid. It's making you look like a complete person that doesn't have it all there, right? How are you paying your bills? I'll guarantee you, most of these chicks here don't have. They're still living with their parents, all right? Or they're living with a man that's supporting them because they can't make it on their own.
I mean, it's just, it's comical. It's like you women out there are showing all us men your red flags before we even meet any of you.
They're actually doing.
So I applaud you because I attract psycho, stupid ass women.
They're saving you. They're saving time. They're saving you time, bro.
So you're saving me a lot of stress.
And money. And money.
I commend you for that. So you know what? Y'all better thank a woman. Oh, don't you have no empathy, man? She doesn't want to have sex, man. What the fuck? Don't take the social media to put this shit out there.
It's kind of stupid.
Don't, because people like me, listen, again, if you're offended, I'm unfiltered. I say what I want to say, how I want to say it. It may not always be right, but it gets the point across. And if you don't, listen, I'm old school. And a lot of you people that get offended are these millennial self-entitled fucks who cry because you wanted a BMW, but daddy got you a Mercedes instead. And then you throw a temper tantrum and you cry like the soft little bitches you are. You don't know what struggle is. So fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck your 4B movement. I'll start a fucking movement. It's just going to be called the movement.
Just because of movement. This was movement purposes.
I'm going to put out a video and I'm just going to say, I'm starting a movement and just end it. And then people be like, what's the movement? It's just a movement. Like tomorrow, I'm going to move my left arm instead of my right arm first.
Yeah, well, because, it's
because if you people could put stupid fucking videos out there, then I should just start to. You know what, E-Man? How about this? Instead of waking up in the morning and putting your left foot out of the bed first, contort yourself and put the right foot out first. Part of the movement. And if Rob's watching, I'm sure he's fucking dying right now. I don't even know if he's watching. I don't even know if he knows we were doing it tonight.
How many, and I'm going to share this one more video. This is a comedian that went out there and made fun of this. And unfortunately, my TikTok is like, I don't know if they're watching this because it's not, and they're letting me log into my account. Like, I guess they knew that you were here. You know what I mean? So
you fucking communist, fucking North Korea, China.
Yeah, they're taking a page out of North Korea. Here, hold on a second. I want to go ahead and I got some other ones over here. This was this is a comedian right here. Hold on. Hold on a second. Damn, I'm coughing. Let me I was trying to get to TikTok so we could do our, down the rabbit hole segment here, but they give me a hard time. But here, hold on a second. Let me go back to this here. Check out this comedian right here. Right. I don't know who her name is. She's actually pretty funny. And she's a woman, by the way.
Those chicks are so pissed that Trump would, shaving their heads, screaming that they're going to go on a sex strike. You can't threaten people by taking something away that no one wanted in the first place.
Right there. That's all you need to know.
Also, I don't know what you're doing going on a sex strike. Some of you really need a hunger strike.
But you know what's funny? I say it's offensive.
Yeah.
But a comedian could say it and it's, oh, well, it's part of an act. No, she's being serious about it. Difference is, she got paid to go up there and say all this shit. I'm not getting paid to say this shit. I'm giving you this entertainment for free.
Yeah, man. So, go ahead and take advantage of it, man. It's before he gets paid.
Yeah. So y'all better thank a friggin' offensive old school guy like me. You need to have empathy, man.
Oh, man. Well, I can't get on TikTok, man. I have some videos that I actually tell up, but I can't get on TikTok for some reason. There's a problem with the page. It's not letting me go in through my browser here. But I had some gems here also saved, which you sent me as well, which was pretty good. Let's see, I may have another one here. I may have something else here that we could probably kind of poke fun of over here. Hold on a second. I think I have another video here.
Damn.
Hold on a second. Oh, hold on. I needed to show you this, bro. You know who this guy is right here?
Counter. He's out of it.
Hold on. This is hilarious, Jim.
Add the H back in. No,
hold
counter.
On.
He's out of it.
His name
is Cocaine.
Yes. Ready?
Add the H back in. No, counter. He's out of it. Big throat thrust by Cocaine.
Cocaine, bro.
He's reaching for something. Cocaine
has
He's got a baggie. It's an 8-ball. He's got an 8-ball.
And Cocaine goes fucking crazy. Cocaine is fired up, brother. Coke slam to the depths of hell.
You know,
and people are offended by that. Even people are offended by that because, like, oh, he's promoting cocaine use. It's a fucking gimmick. It's wrestling. It's fucking entertainment. You had a guy named Val Venus pretending to be a fucking porn star back in WWF. You had a group called the Nation of Domination. Okay? Nobody got offended by that shit. Okay? You even had Vince McMahon. All right, so what I want to do is I want to have a storyline where in the storyline I have sex with my daughter and then she has my child and it's from incest and it's going to be great. And then we're going to name it fucking Sleepy Joe Biden or whatever. And then we're going to dress him up in overalls and make him wear a straw hat. And we're just going to make him do weird shit and eat out of a slop bucket. Nobody would get offended by that, but get offended by this.
That was part of the documentary, by the way. That
I
was
know.
Yeah. That was there, part of the documentary.
I wonder if the Macho Man relationship was too.
Let me see right here. I remember that storyline. It was pretty wild. But it's Vince McMahon, bro. You know. Let me see what else do I have here.
You're going on a sex strike.
Hold on, I got one
really
more.
need a hunger strike.
Damn it.
Those chicks are so pissed that Trump would shave it.
Let me see. I think I have something else here. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. I think you sent me it. Ready?
And now, because America voted against democracy, sexy man Doug and I have to work at McDonald's now. Because they are the only ones that would hire us, because we have no experience in anything besides lying. Oh, thanks a lot, America.
Can I get a double cheeseburger?
And now, because...
Oh, man. There she is, baby. There she is. This one was probably going to be worth about $30 million when she gets out of office. You know what I mean? Because there's a deficit of 20. There's a deficit of 20 million somewhere that did not go to the celebrities.
No, that's like if not only that, if you look at that, so look who endorsed her, and then look who endorsed Trump. You had the fucking Diddy list endorsing you.
Yep.
Like, are you serious? I mean, granted, yeah, Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell freaking endorsed fucking Donald Trump. Okay. Big whoopity fucking do, but they're not on the Diddy list.
Let me tell you something, bro. What's his name? Antonio Brown just resurgence, bro. You should have seen him last night. You know, he actually went out and he knew that that crazy bastard. He was up in his suite, whatever, watching the fight, and because he heard the stream was like glitching. Yeah. He went out there live, bro. He got like 7 million views. He started like filming live from his phone, and he says, "I just helped a bunch of people." You know what I'm saying? I just felt a bunch of people coming over here and doing this shit. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Not Netflix should pay Antonio Brown for that.
Damn, McCormick is getting killed tonight, bro. Third restart tonight on X, censoring it too. They don't like me, man. I don't care. Hey, man, McCormick is part of the crew, bro. We're completely against uncancelable culture here. You know what I mean, bro? It's like welcome to the show, baby. Welcome to the show, man.
You're not going to censor us, Twitter. You're not going to censor us, Rumble. You're not going to censor anything. Do you realize I created D-Generation X?
Oh, damn, D-Generation X. I created, what was the other one? He created a few movements, man. I mean, hey. You know,
I created DX and Triple H came out there and said I like cock.
And the reason why the NWO was so great is because they went against me. That's why, you know what I mean? And they all came to work for me afterwards because when I kicked their asses.
Yeah, what a fun. Yeah,
man. Can't get on Twitter, man. Can't get on TikTok to show some videos I have there, but it is what it is, man. That's how we get down. McCormick, you're a real one, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support.
Hey, he had more restarts than we did usually when we do this. I haven't had a mic issue yet.
It's great. It's great.
No freezing. This is amazing. There must be something there tonight. Maybe it's the 4B movement. There's no negative vagina juices flowing or something.
No, they're not. Nobody's abstaining from anything here.
Yeah.
Except for them ugly bitches. That's all.
My God.
I'm going to tell you something, bro. Not to get political, but conservative women are hotter than the liberal ones. Just take a look at the ones that do news in one channel and the ones that do news in the other, and you can tell the difference in talent. So, yes, sir, we are here. Jim, we may have to cut a little short because I can't get on TikTok. But hold on a second. Before we go, we're gonna do one more sports piece because I had another I had something else that was pretty cool, man, and it has to do with the Chargers this week. And I've been a fan of Justin Herbert since he came out of college. I like him as a quarterback, right? Hold on a second. And this is pretty cool. Hold on a second. Let me get back here. This is pretty cool. I saw this video and I was just put out here just for like just for the sake of talking about it. He is, Harbaugh right now is having fun, right? Whatever opinions you have of this guy, whatever opinions you have of him as a, cheater or whatever the hell you want to call it, and whatever the case may be, but he's been successful everywhere he's been, right? And because he's been successful, he brings the success and makes other player better, right? And this is a really cool video that, hold on a second, let me just get in here. Here's a montage of Jim Harbaugh right now going after his boy. What happened here? Hold on. There you go. Ready? Him giving a lot of props to Justin Herbert. Ready? Check this out.
Love you. Let's go. You're a beast. I'm calling you a beast from now.
Rolling to the right. Touchdown, Chargers.
He's having fun, bro. He's having fun.
Justin's a beast.
My God! That's my guy. Throwing for Quentin. Caught touchdown.
He does a pretty football, man. I love Justin Herbert.
This beast of a human being, part man, part beast. Who's got it better than us?
He's out there having fun. Look, this team, right, is like ranking one of the top defensive teams out there, and there's no changes in the staff, right? That same players on offense. They lost players on offense. They have a better record than they did last year. You could honestly see that Justin Herbert, even though they're not asking him to do a lot with his arm, that just do what you need to do because you're talented. He's put them in a scenario where they could build around and be a serious team and contend. Look what they're doing right now with not much. I mean, look, you have a rookie wide receiver in Ladd McConkey, like the kid. He's not a number one though, but he's gritty, right? You have Quentin Johnson, who was non-existent when they drafted early last year, and he was disappeared. Now he's getting some burn. He's getting some play time. But I think overall, I love the fact that J.K. Dobbins, dude, is back, right, man? This guy had the worst luck, man, for any NFL running back with injuries, and he's having himself a season that people thought that he could have when he was with the Ravens, right? And it's a lot of it. The difference in this team is the coaching year over year. That's it. You just added a guy that is able to get and put a plan together and get the best out of his team, best out of his players. That's coaching, dude. That's coaching. You could think whatever you want to think of John Harbaugh. Is it John or is it
Jim Harbaugh?
Jim Harbaugh. I get him confused. I mean, two Harbaughs and both guys start with a freaking J on. Come on, man. It gets confusing after a while. But Jim, look, he did it with the 49ers, right? He went back to college, was successful there, finally won a championship. Whatever happened, he left, and now he's going to do this in the NFL and right into the sunset. I think they have a good thing going. And it's one of the things when football, right, when you have the right program in place, the right system in place, you could be successful. And perfect example of it right now. He's having fun. Justin Herbert's having fun. The team is winning. I mean, I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl, but they're a team that it's going to be a hard out week after week when you play them.
I just think they're playing harder for this guy they did for any other coach they've had since friggin' Herbert's come into the league. So, I mean, that tells. Listen, again, you can criticize Harbaugh for the scandal at Michigan all you want. One thing you can never take away is his coaching ability.
He does. He's a hell of a coach.
God literally took a shit franchise and has made them relevant with his coaching style, the fact that he believes in all his players, and he probably pretty much just tells them, listen, win or lose, just go out there and have fun.
Yep. He surrounds himself with good staff, man, and good assistant coaches, right? Guys.
I mean, you got the toxicity out of there.
Yep. That's what it was.
And you brought in a level-minded coach. Again, you could hate him for the other stuff, but you can't take away what he did with the Niners. You can't take away what he did in Michigan, and you can't take away what he's doing now. And think about it, you lost Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and in essence, you really don't have a number one.
You don't.
You literally have a bunch of threes.
Exactly, that's what it is. A bunch of threes. There's not a single two guy there either. You know what I'm saying?
But they're doing what's expected. And Justin Herbert's making all the right decisions at quarterback, which is leading to that. J.K. Dobbins has found the resurgence and has managed to stay healthy, which is great to see because he was one of the highest ranked running backs coming out in that draft. And for him to go through that many injuries that short into a career and doing what he's doing now,
career-ending injuries, man. He had multiple career-ending injuries that people don't come back from.
Yeah, and yet he's here and he's playing to a level that Ravens fans honestly wish they had when he was in Baltimore.
Yep. And and you saw the flashes in Baltimore. Just the poor guy got hurt, man. I mean, so far, comeback player of the year in my book, it's J.K. Dobbins. I'm happy for the kid. I just don't like when you see talented players, man, just get the bad luck of injuries, man. It's sad, right? And I think I'm glad that he got another opportunity, and he's in a system where John Harbaugh loves his running backs, right? Gus Edwards coming back, and he's probably going to have a nice timeshare, so he could make sure that J.K. doesn't get hurt. And I think they're just going to be, their defense is solid, right? One of the top defenses in the league. They're just doing it all, man, from a very united, front, man. I mean, coaching, playing together, and they're having fun. They're having fun, man.
And what's helping Herbert is that you have a beast in Joel Alt on your offensive line.
Oh, my gosh.
Notre Dame product.
See, that's what the Bears failed to do.
Yeah.
All right, you picked a wide receiver when you didn't need to. No knock on Odunze. I think the kid is talented, but that's not the player you needed, at that position. You should have something that can protect Caleb and put Caleb in a better position to be successful.
That's where the Bears should have took the 9th pick and flipped it.
Flipped it.
And flipped it to get Joe Alt, because then you're not seeing Caleb Williams get slaughtered out there every week. I mean, you can't ask this kid to do the things he's doing and expect him to produce when you're not protecting him.
Yep.
And that's not just Caleb Williams. That's any quarterback in this league.
Any rookie quarterback that comes in, you got to put him in a better scenario than that.
Yeah. And again, and I've caught flack for this where I said the NFL needs to change the way they draft. Almost do it like the NBA lottery in a way where you take the worst records and you do the same thing the NBA does, but they're never going to change it. I mean, people agreed with me, and then there are people who go, well, why would you fix something that's not broken? Because it is a broken system, because you put these kids in a situation like nobody expected Jaden Daniels to do what he's doing, or the Commanders for that matter. Okay. But there's those one-offs where that happens. Like Jaden Daniels got put into the right situation.
He did. They got the right coaching around him. You know what I mean?
Dan Quinn, honestly, I'm sorry. The Cowboys, you fucked around and found out, because you should have fired Mike McCarthy and kept Dan Quinn and made him the head coach, because maybe Dallas is a more legitimate threat than what they've been. Okay. So you have Dan Quinn there in Washington. You have Cliff Kingsbury as your OC, and you saw what he did with Kyler when Kyler was healthy.
Absolutely.
I mean, you drafted good pieces. You brought in decent free agents. You made it a destination where people want to play in Washington now.
It's unreal how everybody doing the trade deadline were saying that was a destination players that want to get traded to. It's crazy, right? To go play with a rookie quarterback, but they saw what they see there. And, the thing is about Dan Quinn is that he saw the writing on the wall, dude. He said, fuck it, I'm not going to stake one more year here. I'm going to go get mine now, and I know what I could do if I get the right people around me. Again, people need to understand, right? Head coaches, right? You're as good as your surrounding staff. Yeah. It's just like you as a manager, myself as a manager, bro. Yeah. Listen, you're as good as your employees, dude. And you got to put the right employees in place. It's no difference.
You look at the Lions. They bring in Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
You trade for Jared Goff. You draft Jahmyr Gibbs. You bring in David Montgomery.
Yep.
You draft Sam Laporta. You draft Aiden Hutchinson. You put the right pieces in play, and Dan Campbell's got these guys wanting to run through fucking brick walls for him.
Yeah, and he brings a great offense OC, a great OC in there, man. You know what I mean? He brings people.
Then you have Aaron Glenn as defensive coordinator, and then you have a GM that's making all these moves, and somebody, I know somebody else is helping him because it's not all on him.
No, absolutely.
But like you look at these situations with these guys who have never, like Dan Campbell's never been a head coach, and look what he's doing in Detroit. Look what Sean McVay did with the Rams when they first gave him the job.
That's a perfect example, right? He saw what he had, right? Because they sucked with Gurley, they sucked with Jared Goff rookie season, right? What was the name of the coach that was there, man? Former Tennessee Titan, what was it? I forget who it was, man. The guy that used to Fisher. Fisher.
Yep.
He wasn't the right mix. He even made fun of freaking what's his name? Jared Goff was a rookie. You know what I mean? All that kind of crap. So NFL, unlike most sports, the coach takes the system. I guess the system, because it is all schemes. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the scheme, and it's different than on most sports, right? Baseball, you could get by. Look at Aaron Boone, horrible game manager, but we still went to the World Series, right? We made the playoffs 6 out of 7 years. You have the best team that'll get you through that. NBA, same thing. You can have good players, but you can have many mediocre coaches that don't make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? But the talent takes you further than what you thought you were going to get. And a lot of that coaching. Here in the NFL, we've seen it over and over again. We've seen teams that overachieve. The Chargers are a perfect example. Look at the Commanders are a perfect example, right? You got talent, but you need to put the right pieces around the talent in order to be successful. And
Houston last year, you bring in a rookie coach, you draft the right QB, you flip the pick to get the pick right after.
Yes.
Bring in Will Anderson. You draft Tank Dell. You have Nico Collins, who steps up to the forefront. You trade for Joe Mixon this year. I mean,
it is.
You got rid of certain pieces. You bring in Danielle Hunter from Minnesota this year. I mean, granted, CJ's having a sophomore slump, and so are the Texans in a way right now. I mean, they're losing,
and they're still over 500 by a lot of games. Like, they're still going to make the playoffs, most likely.
Like
with injuries,
but they're not. But they're not letting it get to them, and that's because of the mindset of the coach saying, "Listen, we're not playing our best right now, but each week we got to just get better than we were the week before." And I think that's what Dan Quinn's doing over in Washington, and that's what Dan Campbell's doing in Detroit, and that's what fucking wrinkle-free Dockers Harbaugh is doing over there in LA with the Chargers.
Dockers boy, there we go, baby, wrinkle-free, man.
I mean, you could sit there on the sideline with your pleated pants all you want. But if it's producing wins, so fucking be it. Can't knock these guys for doing their job. Like, look at Robert Saleh. Like, he wasn't a bad head coach.
No.
But he was just put in a no-win situation when they brought in Aaron Rodgers.
And then, he probably was forced to hire Nathaniel Hackett so he could get Aaron Rodgers here. When you do that to police a player, it never ends. Never ends well for the head coach.
In certain organizations, they allow the player to run the team, kind of like LeBron in the NBA.
Yep.
And when you let that happen, you see how it hurts your team, and it sets you back. And it's happening with the Jets. And I don't know what, as far as the Giants go.
The Giants are a mess, dude. They got to gut the whole thing, man.
Like, they're already going to bring back Ozempic Dabble next year,
man.
But now, what do you do in the draft? Do you go and get the quarterback of the future, bring in a veteran to kind of guide him along? Like, because you can't put a rookie quarterback in this situation next year and expect him to save the fucking franchise, because you just got Williams 2.0 again.
Yep,
like,
absolutely.
Like, and you just can't put these kids in that situation.
And every time you've seen it,
it's not the kid's fault that this team is in a situation to draft you. Mike Tomlin said it best when Chase Young said, "Man, I wanted you guys to draft me." Mike Tomlin goes, "Kid, I will never be in that position to be that high in the draft to get a talent like you." What does that tell you?
Yep.
That tells you guys like Dan Campbell, Mike Tomlin, you're going to see it with Harbaugh and with the Chargers, and it's a shame that they're in a division with the Chiefs, because if you take the Chiefs out of that division, the Chargers are in first place.
Yep, it is, man. It is. Football is a game of systems, right? It's a game of what is the best place scenario for your players to succeed.
Look at a guy like Nick Foles.
Yep,
Nick Foles. He wasn't Rams.
Yep.
He wins a Super Bowl with the Eagles, which gets him the big payday in Jacksonville, and he shit the bed there until Trevor Lawrence came in.
Yep.
And that's the other thing. You people want to sit there and you want to bash Trevor Lawrence, but CJ Stroud's having an off year, but you're saying he's allowed to have that. No. If you're gonna criticize all these quarterbacks in the league, you can't exclude one.
Mm-hmm.
So like people sit there and say, I don't criticize Wilson or Fields, or I never criticize Ben, or I never criticize this. I criticize my own team and not just the quarterback. Okay. If I could criticize my own team, I could criticize anybody's fucking team. You got to keep that energy. So if you're going to do it for Lawrence, you got to do it for everybody else. And no, it's not because I do a show with fucking Garrett and he's a Jaguars fan, because it's the same across the board. I criticize Dak Prescott when he sucks, but I praise him when he's doing good. Danny Jones, well, we can never praise him because he sucks.
You know what's crazy is that he's had some good games this season. It's just, again, it is what it is. The stigma is going to be there. The sad pet thing about Daniel Jones that he has more playoffs than Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the funniest thing is, on Twitter, during the Giants game last Sunday, somebody goes, we paid the wrong guy, blah, blah, blah. So I comment and I go, let me leave you with this.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so if you didn't pay Jones and you paid Barkley, with this offensive line you have right now,
yeah,
is Barkley doing what he's doing in Philly behind this offensive line with the Giants?
Probably not.
And everybody, like everybody, well, what do you mean by that? I go, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. One guy messaged me back and he goes, I totally get where you're coming from. He goes, because he wouldn't be hurdling people backwards like it's a glitch in the fucking Matrix.
Nope.
He wouldn't be doing all this shit. But the Giants want to pay him because they thought friggin' Danny Loose Change was going to be the guy. And that's the other problem. You pay these guys for one good year.
It's one of those things. It's a market, dude. It's a market. They chose the quarterback, which is the most important player in the team, over the running back, which I still don't blame them about that contract. Guess what? This year, if they want to get rid of Daniel Jones, there's nothing to the cap. It's a front-loaded contract. Good riddance, right? And then start all over again.
The other thing is this. So, like, they're blaming Dabble and they're blaming Joe Sheen and you're blaming all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not putting the blame on the guy who set your franchise back 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fucking David Gettleman.
Yep. Gettleman was horrible, dude.
Like, Gettleman gets forgotten in this whole equation. Like, he's the guy who drafted Daniel Jones because he believed some false report that the Redskins, when they were still the Redskins at the time, were going to draft Daniel Jones. Nobody knew who the fuck Daniel Jones was.
No.
Nobody knew who Daniel Jones was. Everybody knew who Dwayne Haskins was. Nobody knew who the fuck Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones wouldn't even got drafted in this upcoming draft.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, you got Over, you got Butte over, Douglas over. I mean, it's like, it is. He makes a good point.
Well,
oh, all right, my man. Listen, man, we came back strong this week. I have to take a little hiatus on Cigars and Sports.
Oh yeah, we did.
When I start doing my cutting here, they're all going on TikTok. All right, so we could get, we gotta get some, of the love, from the softies.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
We appreciate everybody that joined tonight, man. Thank you, McCormick. Yeah, hit us on Twitter, hit us on X, bro, because at least we could, post your comments up here. You know what I'm saying? So when you watch, y'all, boy, heavy step. Appreciate Ravery Sports. Thank everybody that jumped on, commented, watch. We appreciate you all, man. Hey, Jim, and hey, good luck to your Steelers next week. This week coming up, I'm not gonna talk about my Giants. I could care less at this point. I'd rather lose every game the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? So. Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Network signing out with my boy Jim
from the Fan in the Van podcast.
Peace.
Peace.
Yo!